What's going on, everybody? Gage Bridges here, and today we're going to be talking about why you should not be losing weight and instead lose fat. It's still the beginning of the year where many people are going to be trying to achieve weight loss, yet losing quite a bit of muscle rather than just trying to get rid of the fat. Now let's be honest, who here wants to be skinny fat? I've never had anybody come to me and say, hey, I want to lose a lot of muscle. No, it's usually I want to lose fat. Now, in this video, I'm going to be explaining how we can achieve this fat loss rather than weight loss, as well as what I think may be the most important key thing to do when pursuing fat loss. Now, before we get started, I would like for you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, as well as hit this notification bell. That way we can continue sending you great information, and click the link down below so I can send you my free Why Weight Loss Diets Fail. This is basically what I use with all my clients in order for them to achieve their weight loss and keep the weight off. Now, let's talk about how we can lose fat instead of weight. And the first thing I want to go over is the degree of the deficit. Now, I get it. A lot of us, we want to lose weight. We want to lose it quickly. We want to get ready for this competition that we have, or we're getting ready to go to the beach, or New Year's resolutions. We've been trying to lose weight and we just want to get it all off. I get it. Let's get it all off and get it over with. But we want to make sure that we're not going at too extreme of a calorie deficit. If we go down to 800, 1200 calories, yeah, you're going to lose a lot of weight quickly too. But we're going to be losing a whole lot of muscle in the process. And over time, you're going to stop losing weight. I'm sure many of you have dealt with this before. And the reason for that is we become metabolically adapted. Now, we all have a set point. If we eat a certain amount of calories, we're not going to gain weight. We're not going to lose weight. But the more extreme of a deficit that we take, the body ends up adapting because the body's trying to survive. It's going to shut down testosterone, which makes it to where we're unable to maintain the muscle that we have or build new muscle. And it's also going to shut down other hormones as well, such as thyroid. Thyroid is what's going to regulate our metabolism. Metabolism's slow, so now we're actually putting on more fat because we can't burn it off. And as a result, becoming skinny fat. I don't think anyone here wants to be skinny fat. I've never had anyone come to me for that, but if that's something you're looking for, I guess that's how you can do that. Now, if we're looking to start training in order to lose the weight, we want to make sure that we're actually doing weight training and not a whole lot of cardio. When we do a lot of cardio, our body is burning fat, dietary fat, not body fat. That's a very high misconception a lot of people have. And once we hit our aerobic threshold, which is 65 to 85% of our heart rate max, we're going to start using carbs, just like we would if we were weight training. But over time, the body's going to start becoming catabolic and start burning through muscle as well if we continue this cardio for an extended amount of time. That's why you never see a jacked marathon runner, and I'm pretty sure you've seen all the people that come into the gym, all they do is cardio and they just become skinny fat. They become a skinnier version of themselves. Now, we're going to be burning a lot more calories through the cardio, but we're going to be burning more fat due to EPOC for the next 24 to 36 hours from the weight training, as well as building muscle, which is what we're trying to maintain in the first place. So if we can build more muscle, it makes it easier for us to actually maintain the muscle and lose the fat. And the next thing I want you to consider is your protein intake. Now, logically speaking, the more of a calorie deficit that we're taking, the less protein, carbs, and fats that we're actually intaking. And many people do not take in enough protein when they do this. They only look at the calories. Yet we need adequate amounts of protein in order to maintain and build muscle. Not to mention, the more muscle that we maintain, the easier it is to lose the weight because it is more metabolically active, making the weight loss journey easier. And the last thing I want you to consider is the use of refeeds. It has been shown that you are going to lose more fat with refeeds due to higher metabolic markers and maintain more lean tissue. And the most important thing to take out of this would be the degree of the deficit. If you go too low at a calorie deficit, you are not going to be able to add in enough protein in order to maintain your lean tissue. Not to mention your hormones such as your thyroid and testosterone are going to be shut down like we talked about earlier, and we're going to become more skinny fat. This isn't what we got into this weight loss journey for. We got into it to lose fat, not weight. And this can actually damage your hormones as well, to where you have long-lasting low T, low estrogen, low thyroid that will continue after the diet. It doesn't go away whenever you try to get off the diet. And the likelihood we're going to stick to this is very low. And we're going to crash diet, possibly yo-yo diet back and forth, to where we're going to cause even more damage of our hormones to the point to where you're going to need to recover before you'll ever be able to lose fat again. So make sure you're realistic with your goals and do not rush into this weight loss journey. Make this a fat loss journey, because this isn't something you do every now and then or when you feel like it. This is an engaged lifestyle.